What's up everyone, Sean here from Coaching Partner, and in this video I'm going to be going through the first steps, first couple of things you're going to want to get done in order to use the app more effectively. So if you look at the app here, once you've signed in or signed up, you'll be faced with the menu page, and you've got a whole bunch of options here, but the first things you're going to have to do is add your events. So if you click on events, there's nothing here. So basically what these are is whatever events your athletes take part in, whether it's swimming the 50-meter freestyle or competing in the 100-meter dash, shot put, high jump, whatever it might be, you're going to go ahead and add that here. So for our purposes, let's go ahead and add the 100 meters, and let's do shot put, shout out, autocorrect, shot put, and let's do one more, 400 meters. Okay, so now I've got those three events populated here. At any time you can go back in, either edit or delete any of those events. The second thing we're going to want to do is add our training groups. So generally your training group might be split up into sprinters, quarter milers, hurdlers, something like that, throwers, and they would all ideally be on different training programs. And so you would then create a couple of groups. So let's have one called sprinters. Let's have another called hurdlers, and another called throwers. So now that you've got your events and training groups, you can go ahead and add your athletes. So there's a couple of ways to do this. The first way is to add them manually. So as you can see, I have no athletes. I'm going to go ahead and click the plus button in the top right corner and just add a vanilla athlete over here, John Smith. The other information is optional. You don't have to add it at this time. But what you will want to do is add them to a training group. So we can add John Smith to sprinters. We can add another athlete called Sally Smith, which is the sister of John Smith. She's a hurdler, so we're going to go ahead and add her to the hurdlers group. So the second method in which you can add athletes is through invite. So athletes who've installed the app on their phone and they are using the athlete profile type or the athlete subscription type, which is free, they can then go and invite their coach. So for example, in the athlete version, you have add user icon on the top right of the menu page, and if you click that, you can search for your coach by name. So if you look at the coach account over here, it says ASA Track and Field. So that's the name they're going to want to search for. It is case sensitive, so make sure to use caps where necessary. So over here we've got ASA Track and Field. I'm going to go ahead and add that coach. And then on the coach's side, in the top right corner here, there's a bell. And we now have one notification, and that's an invite from Athlete 5. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this. And thereafter, I'm faced with an option. The first one is, yes, I would like to merge this athlete with an existing user. This is for cases where you've already created a user and you don't want a duplicate user. So then you would then merge this with one of these athletes. Obviously, I don't have a pre-existing user for this athlete, so I'm going to go ahead and choose the other option. No, this athlete does not already exist, and I want to create a new athlete. So now that I've done that, this athlete has been created and is populating the athletes list. So the next thing I'm going to want to do is add this athlete to a training group. So I'm going to add them to throwers and hit save. So now this athlete will be able to see or access everything that pertains to them. So if I were to add a training program for the throwers, let me just call it test, and I'm going to assign it to the throwers training group. The athlete would then be able to see this in their profile. So over here it says throwers test, and they would be able to see, obviously you would have a more elaborate training program there, which they would then be able to access. If I were to add jumps or throws, let's choose shot put, throw of, I don't know, 15.7 meters. The coach would then be able to see that on their side. So this could be useful in cases where athletes are training remotely, on weekends, just to have all that data input, because at the end of the day, the more data that is inputted, the more useful the app is going to be to you, especially in terms of pulling data, performance metrics and such. Anyways, that's pretty much all we've got for the first steps. There are other tutorial videos going into the individual functions of the app that you can watch, and I'll always be uploading more, making them better, improving them. We're always trying to make the app better, and it is still a work in progress, but we've come a long way, and yeah, as is, give it a try. It's pretty great. Catch you guys in the next video.